Hey friends, what's happening? It's me, Tomo here from Tahiti, and in this video I will go through as a recap my latest adventure down in Tarawera, New Zealand, where I ran the trail race 105k. I'm going to explain to you what went good, what went not so good, what went down, and also going to reveal the three best and most valuable pieces of gear that worked really well for me in this video. That will be right in the end, so watch until the end, but let's get right stuck into the insights, lessons learned, and the recap. All right, so the very first thing, I had lots of doubts, a little bit of fears to be honest as well, due to my injury. My preparation for the race was really poor. Last 5 to 6 weeks, I couldn't really train well. My psoas was very painful, so I got maybe about 100k in in the last 6 weeks, which is not that much at all. So I really had no idea how the race is going to go. Which probably helped me a little bit to kind of ease off the nerves in a sense, but there was a lot of doubts. I wasn't sure if I'm able to finish the race, if the psoas will help me to, or allow me to run 30k, 40k, or however long. But on that front, everything went a lot better than I expected. There was no pain at all whatsoever on the psoas, a little stuckness, but that was really surprising. That was the first positive thing. The psoas allowed me to combat and fight for the whole race. So that was really amazing. Right now in a recovery stage, it feels like it had taken maybe a couple of weeks back. So I probably need to give another 10 days at least without running before I can get right into it. But that was the very first thing. And then the race itself, when the first 75k of the race, 75 kilometers of the race, which was about 9 hours, was very flowy. I would say almost a perfect race until that stage. The weather was, in one point, the weather was a bit hot, but other than that, it was beautiful, soft, buttery trails. It was a good company, good aid stations. My nutrition, I was on point with my nutrition. Everything was just going really well. Actually, the required gear that was required, I didn't have to carry all of it because I hit the crucial aid station 20 minutes ahead of the schedule. Actually, 40 minutes, 50 minutes ahead of my own schedule, but 20 minutes ahead of the race schedule. So I didn't have to carry pretty much anything if I didn't want to, which was amazing. So I found a really good rhythm. I found a really good flow. Everything was going absolutely buttery smooth until about 75k. And then what happened, I actually started peeing kind of like brownish color was starting to come out, and that was kind of worrying. So I took my time. I talked to the medics at 75k, and they say to kind of cool down, relax a little bit, drink plenty of liquids, especially water, maybe ease off on the electrolytes a little bit. And on that stage, I was actually getting a little bit cold, and I was like, well, I need to keep walking. I need to keep going. And I left that aid station with plenty of water. And then after that, about 80k. So I still had another 10k left. I would say less than 10k, maybe 8k left to the next aid station. The pee turned into blood. So basically I started being blood, and now I'm obviously pretty worried at this stage. There's some other runners coming along that they're saying they had the same thing. They sat for 45 minutes and it went away, and so on and so forth. But I was pretty worried because I was thinking about the kidneys and the further damage that I can or possible that I can make to my kidneys. So I had to slow down a lot. I walked most of the way and kind of threw out my my goal for the finishing time out of the window. So I just wanted to get to the next aid station, kind of regroup from there. I saw another medic, another nurse again, who spoke to a doctor as well from the finish line, and they checked me up. Everything was all the vitals, all the numbers, and they took my heartbeat, obviously, and my blood pressure and all sorts of things, and saturation. Everything was good, so they gave me a green light to go, but obviously told me to go kind of nice and easy. And obviously now we're at 88 kilometers into the race, and I'm kind of like, well, I'm feeling good. I got plenty of energy, but blood's still coming out from the pee, and obviously I'm worried. And I get to the last aid station, which is like 7k before the finish, and I'm feeling really good. Like there's nothing physical signs, like I don't feel nausea, I don't feel down or hazy or anything like that. I'm focused, I'm energetic. So I just kind of went for it for the last 7k and got to the finish line, 105k, at 13 hours 25 minutes, which was almost 2 hours less than last, and that's pretty good performance, to be honest. It would have been a sub 13 almost certainly without that issue, and without the nurse visits or stops, and but obviously that's a guessing game. But I felt good, I felt energetic. But then at the finish line, the doctor told me, like, no, there's about 50% of the people that had the same thing during the race. It's all good. It's not from the kidneys. There's few courses, but it wasn't as serious as I thought. So I could have possibly run a lot faster race even with the blood from my urine. But anyway, that's probably for the next year. But that's kind of in a very nutshell how the race went in Tarawera, and it's possibly one of my better races ever. Especially the first 75k was just epic. Really beautiful trails, good company, good aid station, as I mentioned, and really looking forward to do it again, hopefully without the issue with the blood. And then, so what were the gear that really worked well for me? Obviously, I have to start from the bottom with these super good Adidas Terex trail running shoes. They work wonders. I thought that they're probably not going to work that well further than 20 to 30k, but I ran first 60k with them, 58k where I changed my shoes, and they really offloaded a lot of the pressure from my feet, as well as they gave me an energy return like no other. So I'm definitely hit my 50k PR thanks to these shoes for sure, and was really enjoying the ride that they gave me. The second piece of gear, which is kind of surprising, were these shorts, and I mentioned them before a race as well, but they have this long liner on the top. First of all, no chafing at all, which is amazing. The second thing, that they have a lot of pockets here on the front, so I was able to put all my gels and extra food, kind of extra small things in here instead of in your vest. So it really allowed for a quick access, easy access, and instead of carrying the weight up at the top on the vest, which by the way with David's vest that worked really well as well. But I would say these were the surprising, really good, actually cheap purchases as well, that allowed me to run as fast as I could. And the last but not definitely least, I would say, is this finished product Nost, that high energy drink. It is lingonberry and blueberry, and that drink was a lifesaver for me, since usually it's hard for me to drink a lot of sugary hydration and electrolytes towards the end of the race especially, but this drink right here, I could sip it all day long, even in a higher paces, slower paces. It worked really well. It's not sweet at all, yet it gives you a ton of energy and also give you a ton of electrolytes, especially the sodium. So super crucial piece of gear, if you will, even though it's powder. But those three were my key ingredients for I would say the success of Tarawera Trail. So that's in a nutshell my race. If you enjoyed it, if you have ran it, how was it for you? Or have you dreamed of going to Tarawera, New Zealand? Epic country as well. So yeah, more to come, and looking forward to seeing your comments. Let me know if something you resonated. Have a good one.